each with our consciousness, we choose what reality we will perceive and be a part of based on our overall state of vibration, our state of consciousness, our state of understanding, our state of enlightenment, if you will. And ultimately, nothing is better or worse than anything else, because I believe the purpose of creation is not comfort, it is learning. And so sometimes discomfort causes greater learning than comfort. Anyhow, any situation can be learned from and can be woken up from. So in that vantage point, there's really no ideal situation per se. Although if we want to avoid a ton of perhaps unnecessary suffering, at least subjectively perceived suffering, then it would be smart if we woke up to the things that truly matter and that can make a difference in our understanding of life. But I don't see it as a one type of scenario thing, which is also why I'm not that scared of any particular outcome or attached to any particular outcome, because I know ultimately a soul will choose the experience that is relevant for that soul to experience. So I'm not trying to fix anyone. It's up to each of us to choose what we want to choose. I'm just trying to educate, bring awareness to that choice so that the choice can be made more conscious and more available. But that's really my only attachment or vision for mankind, if you will, is that they get the understanding, that they see what they need to see to make truly deliberate choices, rather than unconsciously repeating conditioned patterns out of fear and self-importance. But the actual outcome, there's infinite outcomes, and everyone will experience all these outcomes in different ways yet again. So, yeah, not too attached to any particular outcome. I'd like it to be beautiful for everybody. I'd like it to be a flourishing civilization where true spirituality is at the heart of the learning of that civilization, of the focus of that civilization. True awakening, enlightenment, self-mastery, self-understanding, self-knowledge, the exploration of what truly matters to an entity, what truly inspires an entity. To have a civilization set up where everything is fair and transparent and honest to the best of our ability, and where people can thrive and there can be an abundance of love, and our focus is still on learning. We're not complacent in comfortable utopia. We're actually in a deliberate utopia. We're in a utopia because we no longer need the catalyst to wake up. We've already woken up. We've already gathered the willingness to look at ourselves. And as a result, we perpetuate on our own terms. From our own free will, we choose to continue to learn and deepen our intensity of self-mastery because we want it, not because it's forced upon us by nasty circumstances or hopeless situations or failures or pain or limitations. We no longer need that to be motivated to care about what's important, instead of to be distracted all day long by everything that we see and perceive through the senses. So once we gather a certain amount of self-mastery and desire, earnest desire to learn, to study, to understand consciousness, to understand our emotional bodies, to understand why we do what we do, what we're here for, what's the true meaning of life and all that. Once we have gathered a taste for that, once we have gotten a taste for that and we want more of that taste, we need less and less catalytic events in our lives to wake us up. And so we can actually start to create out of wisdom, deliberately, a utopia of sorts. That would be an ideal situation for humanity. But each is going to make up their own minds as to whether they wish to experience a civilization like that or not. And ultimately, I don't think there's only one world. There is many worlds. There's many parallel realities. Quantum science has already indicated this. I have experienced shifting between them many times. So, yeah, this is not what it seems. This is one movie, and our perception is based on our perception, not so much on reality external to us as we think it is. So those that are ready, if you will, or willing, will shift into more aligned realities, more beneficial realities, and others will shift into more and more catalytic realities to wake them up because they're a little stubborn, or they just need more shaking up instead of waking up. If you're not waking up, you're getting a lot of shaken up. So not too concerned because it's up to each individual.